It's time to look ahead to week 7. We're already there, and we got to talk Thursday night football to kick things off with Danny Brasco, Mike McClure, Larry Hartstein. Larry, I start with you. We got Pittsburgh looking really good to win their division at the moment. -4.5 at Cincinnati, 8:15 on Thursday night. Anything you're looking at already?
Yeah, the Steelers defense is getting healthy, totally dominated the Browns yesterday, and now facing a Bengals team that could be without Trey Hendrickson, their best pass rusher by far. Mike Gesicki also left that game with an injury, didn't come back. Joe Flacco, they only mustered 65 yards of offense in the first half, got going late when Green Bay was playing some soft coverage, but to me, it's going to be Steelers or pass on Thursday night.
Mike, I know you like to target overs just as much as you like to target sides, or I should say totals as much as you like to target sides. You like an over in this game of 42.5.
I do, yeah. I call it an ugly over here, Sia. Look, I thought the number should have been 44. 43 does still become an incredibly key number. When you think of 43, you most often think of 23-20 games, which frankly happen a lot in this particular division. I look at the side of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think 23 points is probably a floor for them in this game. I think there's upside to more, but I think that the Cincinnati can push just enough offensively when we're talking about garbage time. I mean, we saw it this past week here against the Green Bay Packers. I think it's a similar situation here. You talk about this team. If we can get this Cincy team to 17, I think we're in good shape here. I think it ultimately gets there late. I don't think it's going to be a no doubter on the total in this one, but ultimately I think there's enough garbage time for this Bengals offense to go put some points on the board. Give me the over 42.5. Would not play it at 43.5 or 44. Looking for that key number of 43.
Danny, that take correlates really nicely to a prop you're already looking at for Thursday night football.
It absolutely does. And like you said, the market isn't quite out on this prop, but I'm looking to target Joe Flacco over his pass attempts. He's got 40+ pass attempts in 3 out of 5 games thus far. And let's look at the facts of it. I mean, the Bengals didn't trade for him so he could hand the ball off to Chase Brown. They want to put the ball in the hands of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. He's going to let the ball fly. And Mike said it. There will be garbage time in this game. That's really what I'm banking on, is them just chucking the ball out and hoping they can go, keep up with the Steelers as much as possible. It's going to be tough sledding in this game, but I think Flacco airs out plenty.
All right, we want to go to week 7 sides that you guys want to bet early. And Danny and Mike, you're on the same play here. So Mike, I'm going to let you speak for the group. Talk to me about the Eagles -2.5.
Yeah, look, the Eagles, it's desperation time, essentially. You've lost 2 games in a row. Things are not good in the locker room, whether it be with A.J. Brown. I think that's kind of spread collectively to everyone. And you get the Vikings team coming off a win over the Browns, and then their bye week, some extra time to prepare here. And that's the reason for the line being at 2.5. I still maintain that this should be 4.5 on the road in ideal conditions in a dome in Minnesota. So give me the Eagles in a must-win spot to ultimately grab this win by more than a field goal.
Larry, it's not often people are looking at the Carolina Panthers early in the week and say, hey, I need to bet that now, but talk to me.
Well, the Jets are in a must-win spot too, but they've been in that for basically the entire season, and they can't get it done. I mean, totally dysfunctional what happened overseas, especially right before the first half. A lot of players questioning, what are we doing? Converting a fake punt, then just running the ball, then not even trying to score on the last play of the half. So total dysfunction in New York. You have a Panthers team that's won 3 games already, that's solid against the run. The offense has gotten going. I know they're not good on the road. They have yet to win a road game, but there's no way that the Jets, to me, should have opened as favorites in this game. I think it's going to flip by the end of the week, and Carolina will be favored.
Very interesting take right there. I mean, gosh, the Jets looked really bad at the end of the first. They looked bad in general. I can't believe they covered the spread as easily as they did. But let's move on. Week 7 side that we're waiting on, perhaps waiting on a better number. Let's go rapid fire here, Danny Brasco.
Yeah, I'm going to wait to see how the Falcons-Bills game plays out. And if Josh Allen gets his revenge and smokes the Falcons, I may be interested in betting them up to +4.5 against the Niners next week, who are just decimated by injury and just lost their defensive captain in Fred Warner. So if I get a good number on the Falcons, I'll bet that they can that can at least cover that.
Really tough injury to Fred Warner there. Mike, what's a line you're waiting on?
It's gross, but I'll wait on the Titans. See if we can get the 6.5 up to a full touchdown at 7. Look, the Patriots have looked decent. Drake May's been phenomenal. They still wouldn't have covered this number, last week against the Saints in a 25-19 game. So give me the Titans here once we get to 7 or more by kickoff.
I mean, you encapsulated that so well. That is so gross. Mike, I can't do it, but it's the sharp play. I'm sure it is. Larry, talk to me.
I'll wait on the Cardinals and see if I can get a 7 at home with Green Bay. Would love to have Jacoby Brissett back under center, threw for over 300 yards, got Trey McBride going. Probably they should have won the game if they get the call in the end zone on the holding on 4th down. So I just think that the offense looked better with Jacoby Brissett and Trey McBride really connecting. And the Packers, to me, don't look dominant. So give me a full touchdown if you can get it on Arizona.
Yeah, Larry, I had a write-up, and so did Danny Brasco on Marvin Harrison over 48.5 receiving yards. And unfortunately, the concussion took him out of that. But part of the write-up was it is not a downgrade if Jacoby Brissett plays, and it certainly didn't look like a downgrade yesterday. He was absolutely slinging it like he's done for most of his career.